My name is Elizabeth, and the show is Conversation, and I have... Today I want to answer your name, Joy. My name is Joy. Your name is?
My name is Joy, and I'm radiating joy. And it's good to be here this morning.
And of course, a beautiful lady is seated right beside you.
Titi Lola, and I'm happy to be here too.
Okay.
My name is Maimuna Omi Abdullah, aka Coach Titi, and I'm always happy to be here.
I'm the only blessed man in the house, lesser than I amongst women. Adaji Usman is my name.
All right, I know that the reason why we insisted that he sits here with us is because this topic it happens to be around his domain. He's a special marshal, and he'll be giving us a lot of tips. But before we continue, we'll just take a breather and be right back. Don't go away.
When there's a child out there that's not getting the same that your own child is getting, the difference will tell, and there will come a time in the society where that child is going to take his pound of flesh.
Where you can actually, everything from watching a program with the child, you can start up the conversation from something on the TV and say, oh, you know.
For me, it's like, hurry up with this business. And the other one said, Auntie, it's not about me, it's about the guys. They're not ready to marry.
Yes. See if she wants to ask something. No, I know my mother very well. In fact, the most interesting one is when I put up pictures on WhatsApp, you know, Snapchat filters and all that, she will call me, remove that picture. There was a day I got tired of all that and I said,
If you're just joining us, you're right on time. And like I said, it's conversation. And this conversation is hinged on ensuring that you show yourself good love, sense of love, self-love. What do I mean? Drive carefully and drive as if your family and your loved ones are all in the other car. Yes, that's the way to go. And around this period, before we even carry our bags, I don't know. Joy always complained about traffic in Abuja, and I keep wondering, what's it going to be like within this period around the villages, around the hinterlands?
Okay, let's not go too far. I am from Kogi State, so I have to go through Lokoja.
Okene?
No.
Okene traffic.
No, it's not Okene, Lokoja traffic. Because I'm going to Ankpa. So the problem now is that all the stretch for Kogi State, because that's the same.
Is it connecting?
Yeah, it connects
states?
to the east as well and all the other
Almost
sides. Yeah,
everywhere.
so on a normal day, even before the before before the holidays, there's always traffic, and most of the time, sometimes it starts from Gwagwalada.
Gwagwalada?
Oh yes, it starts from Gwagwalada.
Wow.
So now, and then they were doing the roads. Sometimes I wonder why during the festive seasons, why roads are being done. Coming in here this morning again, inter roads are being done. I don't know what the problem is. So now is that people are going and there's still traffic, and by the time you get there, cars are broken down on the street, nobody to take them. Even yesterday, coming in was a problem. Everywhere there's traffic all over the place. So I know that during the festive periods is a normal thing. I hope this time around it will be different.
We just hope so. Have you had your own? You go to Kaduna mostly for your holiday. What's the experience like on the Kaduna way?
Very rough. Aside traffic, robbery attack, kidnapping. So it's something. Yes, it's something you have to reconsider. Yes, of course, we want to be with our loved ones during this festive period. We want to celebrate together. But I think with the situation in Nigeria now, it's something you should think of before embarking on any journey. It has to be very, very necessary. Yes, the economic situation as well. I would rather prefer this year, instead of going, I send the money to them. Get whatever you want to get and enjoy yourselves while I am here in Abuja. And in that way, we are all safe together, so that when everything becomes better, we can converge together.
My darling, anywhere you are, if they want to kidnap you, they will kidnap you. I've been honest.
This is not a laughing matter. Seriously. Even though I think I know the humor you're trying to create, because why would we sit in our own country and not feel safe anymore? It's really sad. But then I know that at the end of the day, we'll also get to the reasons why we get easily kidnapped on the road if it happens that way. But I don't know. Auntie Nupe, are you traveling for Christmas?
I'm Bari, not Nupe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for me, when they're talking about all the traffic, in my mind, we are waiting for December, so everybody will leave. Abuja is beautiful in December, believe me. The last week of December, the first week of January, Abuja
it's
is
beautiful.
Bliss. The roads are empty.
Too many cars right now.
The roads are empty. Everywhere is quiet. I'm looking forward to it.
Usually it's
you can sleep on the streets.
It's actually
yes.
And
no, but I think the advantage you have, maybe because you're Muslim.
Yeah.
So most of the time for Christmas, we Christians, it's the time to go to the village.
Everybody travels.
Yes, and meet all. And the Igbo people, like my own people, I've not seen in a long time. Growing up, we had to go to the village. It's fun.
It's fun,
it's
really.
Fun. It's
but
fun.
Even within Abuja, like she mentioned, they're trying to create a lot of activities, fun parks activities for the children and adults in the daytime. But I particularly know that I enjoy going out in Abuja in the night just to take the city view.
The lights.
The lights. Maybe in the course of this production, Ada and the Faith will be able to show us a bit of the nightlife in Abuja. You see how beautiful the decorations are. I enjoy that.
Buy catfish, roasted fish.
All right. So still moving on travel, I want to go straight up to the only man in the house and the special marshal. I want to find out. I want to take a trip, road trip. What should be in my head as I move before I even leave the house? What are the checks? What are the check-in and check-outs I need to do to ensure that my journey is safe?
Well, thank you. I'm privileged to be here, and this is a topic that the need to discuss it cannot be overemphasized. Safety is the watchword. I like the way Titi and I started with the issue of you need to stay back, send the money, let them enjoy themselves, and I should enjoy myself. Look, safety is one thing that's very paramount in our mind. If you need to travel, there are a lot of safety tips you need to put in proper place. First, Are you going to travel by your personal vehicle? Are you going to travel through a commercial vehicle? Are you going to travel in groups? Is it a lone trip? All this must be considered. If I need to travel for Xmas, I don't need to wait until the road is choked. Most times, we wait until it is 24th.
That's when they give us leave.
That's speedy.
That's when there's public holiday
No,
now.
it's that everybody does not have public holiday at the same time.
Okay.
Some people are in the private sector, some are in public sectors. Some are even on their own, they're freelance, so they can move at any time. But they will want to wait until it is 23rd, 24th, and everybody hits the road. Even if we have the best road in Nigeria, if we do have the best road, if everybody hits the roads at the same time, of course, there will be traffic. We can run away from that. So we need to plan our journey. And how do you plan your journey? First, if I'm going to travel through the use of my personal vehicle, I need to know that the tires must be roadworthy.
Tires.
Yes.
Okay,
The
when you say
tires must be
roadworthy, it's English. Can you break it down
roadworthy
for
means
us?
that this tire is a tire that has not expired.
Okay.
It has not worn out. Certain alignment has not eaten one side of the tire completely. And because I bought it last 2 weeks, it's still okay. No, I can manage it. There is nothing. You don't need to manage your tires. That is number one. Two, you also need to know that the engine of this vehicle, some people park their vehicle from January to October. By November, they pick the vehicle, take it quickly to the mechanic. Please just manage because I need to use this car home. Since I'm traveling with my vehicle, I must go home with this car because the fare is high. So I need to go with my car. No, you don't need to do that. You are putting the life of your family and other road users at risk. Then you also need to take yourself completely away from fatigue. Because people run around to make so much money and up to the last minute, and they'll be traveling the next morning by 12 a.m. They are still out there running after money, and by 6 a.m. they hit the road with the whole of their family in the vehicle. You don't need to do that. The same way you take your time to pack your bags and baggages, that is the same way you also take your time to prepare for this journey. Away from fatigue, away to ensure that the vehicle is roadworthy, not just on the side of the tire, every aspect of the vehicle. Like the last time I visited your studio when we were talking about traffic and or whatnot, we talked about factors. We are in December now, and you will agree with me that the Harmattan is here.
Yes.
The visibility is very, very poor. That means you need to be careful as you drive. You drive your car, drive for yourself, drive for other road users. All this must be put into consideration. Then, issue of kidnap, like George talked about. Yes, you can be kidnapped anywhere. Yes, no, Joy talked about you can be kidnapped anywhere.
Okay.
That's the aspect I want to take it from.
Okay.
Yes, but at times, you need to prevent what you can prevent. How do you prevent them? If I'm out on the road, if a kidnap is happening on the road, I'm not on that route, of course I won't be kidnapped. Forget about whether you're going to be kidnapped in your house and all. No, that is a story for another day. But of course, somebody would have pointed, look, that man is so rich.
Yes.
And that is why we tell people, kidnap does not just happen. It's out of tips, information.
Insider.
Most times people go on social media. By the time they buy a new phone, they are on the Facebook. By the time they are traveling with their family, they are on the Facebook. If they are on the plane, they are showcasing it. If they are going to sit up with their family or going to one business or the other, they are showcasing. You are bringing yourself out. It's dangerous. So if you hide yourself, of course, instead of kidnap, other things will be far away from you, except the one that is unpreventable. That is the only one. Probably you run into it or whatever. So these things need to be taken into consideration as we prepare to travel.
Okay, it's very important. Now, speaking of kidnap, I had a friend who was coming in from London, and then from Heathrow, he took a picture.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, just at Heathrow, going to
So they knew it was
small
coming.
London to hit it and have fun. And I sent a text to him. I said, stop this.
Exactly.
And he landed Lagos, and he did the same thing. I said, my mom was telling me to call his number. I don't want to do that. I called him. I said, this is the wrong way to go. He said, but I'm just excited. I'm in
Especially when
Nigeria.
you're coming from
and
that
blah
side.
blah. And he hadn't been in Nigeria for like 5. It's a good thing really to showcase your travel trips back to your place because you're excited, you're happy for someone who hasn't come for a long time. But of course, that person came for a wedding, and right inside that wedding, he was kidnapped.
Exactly.
No, but you see the thing you just said. I normally use a particular medium to go. I go to Kaduna a lot, born and bred in Kaduna, so I go to Kaduna a lot, and I use another medium of traveling and all that. And somebody says, "Oh, you took the picture." Somebody asked me, "Oh, are you abroad?" I said, "No." Why? He said, "Oh, I saw you in the, and all that." And I laughed. I said, "Where are you? Are you in the train?" I said, "No, I'm back home." So the person laughed and said, "Oh, I saw when on your status that you were in." I said, "No. When I'm in the train, I don't post the picture."
Yes.
It's just like when you travel abroad, you don't post pictures, because by the time you post pictures, all your village will tell you, "Please help me buy this, help me buy this, help me buy this." So, so the advice I always tell people is that when you call me,
come back.
no, when you call me, then yes, I say, "Oh, sorry, I've been back." Like, you understand? So that's why I always tell people, yes, I am a picture. I love pictures. I love to take pictures and post pictures. But the thing I always do, because of safety, and we know how the real thing is now, because of safety, I always do my pictures after.
Go and come back.
Yeah.
Then
After.
Then you can showcase.
You
what
can
you have done.
showcase.
Yes.
If you have things to showcase to people, but I don't think it's.
And that's why they always tell you that don't do locations.
Yeah.
You can post your pictures, but don't do locations.
But I think I need to say this. Aside from posting pictures and all whatnot, we're talking about trips.
Yes.
Basically, the issue is most of us are going to travel through the commercial means.
Yeah.
Even probably through the train, maybe by
Yeah.
air, or of course by road. The rush is going to be much.
Sure.
An accident happened last week on Kogi. I don't know the particular place it happened, but it's just last week. Somebody was traveling from Ayamba, and there he was coming down to Abuja to have a program. I think it was last weekend. Can't be precise now. And then he joined the first vehicle, but two persons came, and they said no.
You should
go
drop.
downstairs. They needed just one person. Who is going to drop? Consciously or unconsciously, he saw a woman with the husband and said, "Let me
my
allow them."
God.
He came down, joined the other vehicle behind. And on the second time, he said, "Why did I even drop for this people self? What is this? I need to get to." But he knew he was not under stress, under duress to be in Abuja as early as that. So he waited. 10 minutes after the first vehicle left, the vehicle also left. And on and behold, all the passengers on the first vehicle died on the way. Just last week. All the passengers on that vehicle. And he asked himself, so how would I be a victim of this? Now, sometimes patience saves. You are on the vehicle, and because the driver is telling you are in a hurry, and the man is going to pick 2-3 persons in front, and you say, "I can't wait because I'm in a hurry." What if you don't get to your destination? So we should be able to talk to the commercial drivers. If they don't do what the road safety is telling them to do, don't pick more than one person in front. Don't pick more than 2. If they're not ready to do that, the passengers will also not ready to join that vehicle.
It won't work.
It will work. Calm down. Hold on. Do you know why it will work? Why it works is that we tell people the road safety are normal human beings like every other person. You won't expect road safety also preach safety to their staff. You don't stand on the road, wave your hand there and say, "That vehicle carried 10 passengers, I must stop him. He must stop today." No. There's a limit to which you can stop a vehicle. If the driver refuses, allow him to go, because you need to be safe to save other road users at the same time. So, but if the passengers themselves also align themselves to this teaching and refuse to do certain things, now a vehicle leaves the park. The union is telling you that 1 in front, 3 at the back, and they comply from the park. By the time they get to the road, they pick 1 additional or 2 additional persons. And the man standing on the road is willing to pay as much as they have paid from the... Sometimes we even aid them. In the park, we pay the money and walk out and go to join the vehicle out there. Who is deceiving who? So these are things we need. Our attitude to how we aid these people must be properly guided. Our attitude is very important.
Can we put regulators in the parks?
I don't understand regulator. Maybe you educate us.
Maybe, like you said, road safety. Because let me tell you, the park, the head of the park, are the ones who decide how many people. Okay,
carry.
sorry to say, I lost my auntie some weeks ago.
Yeah.
She just rushed into Ilorin and she was on her way. I don't know. I think they said the guy was speeding or something. She was the only one that died. All broken head and the hand all off and everything. She was the only one that died. Every other person in the car was alive because the thing was somersaulting and all that. The thing here is that even before the festive season, the cars are too full. So if you have, sometimes you're having two people in front, how is the driver going to drive?
Sometimes 3,
That's
with the
it.
driver 4.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like you said if they go out, they will pick passenger. Most of the time, these passengers are picked inside the parks. So the thing is that fundamentally,
Joy, do you know what we do?
Yeah.
We do what we call stakeholder engagement. The National Union of Road Transport Workers, the NATO, the Keke, whatever, they are stakeholders in the road safety business. We go from parks to park. Very soon, you'll see Jabi Park. You see the presence of the road safety there. Manned canopies, bring everybody, all the transport sectors, and we discuss with them. We tell the road union, we don't have business with your drivers at this point. We have business with you, who are the union officials. And they comply to a very large extent. That is why we tell you about the driver's attitude outside that environment. Now, most of the motor parks, the road safety has done so much, and security agencies, to make sure that all these intoxicants that have been taken, we try to forestall them in those places. But when they go out, they pick them, and the passenger is seated there, watching this man buying what they call checkware or whatever. And the man is busy taking on, he's driving and then he's answering calls. And then you tell him, drop this call. I said, do you know how long I've been driving? Please drop me. I'm not too much in a hurry. I have a family to take care of.
What about the money?
but you've paid your money.
That is why
You've paid
there's
your money.
manifest. That is why if you enter vehicles from the park and you're going to travel on a distance, there's a manifest.
Yes.
It shows that this person, that person is on the vehicle. If the driver misbehaves and I drops, no problem. I'm returning back to them. Let us be able to engage, even if it means taking some of these people to court sometimes. We should be able to deal with this thing
I'm just
the way it should
laughing.
be.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Yes.
You see, this Nigeria is a problem. Sincerely
A big one.
speaking, a very big problem. There's really any sector of Nigeria you pick on that you won't see
Have something to say.
Have something to say.
So much, sir.
Sincerely. I appreciate what the road safety, what they are doing. The marshals,
Yes,
just
the road
like
safety,
he has
definitely.
said, I appreciate what they are doing. But you see, there's a big problem.
Okay.
If you have traveled to the north, even up to the boots, they put people.
Yes.
It's a lie.
I'm
Yes,
telling
they do
you,
that.
they put people. That one we are talking about 2 passengers with the driver. No, you have like 5 passengers with the driver. Then in between, where you are supposed to have 3.
Yes.
You have like 6 there.
That's-
Then
I
in
know
the boots,
that.
you have people.
Uh,
So I
So how
just
do
keep
they
thinking
sit?
they sit
That's the point.
and
And they're comfortable.
and they, with their luggages,
seen?
and they will be laughing.
I've seen on the
I'm
internet.
telling
I
you
saw the
this.
Oh, yours is internet.
Because
Then
no,
you have not
I've
seen.
seen
You have
live.
not seen
Because
live.
I've been to Kano, I've been to Katsina. Apology to the people there,
Oh, but
and I
it's
can
happening.
say it.
It's
I've
happening.
seen it. The only thing I was afraid of recording, so that they won't harass me. That why are you doing
What
this?
of Okada?
But sincerely speaking, I don't know how what this country is turning into. So it's something.
Okay,
that,
let me tell you why those things happen. Because people don't understand what the road safety goes through, or even some of the security agencies go through. There are communities, especially those far northern states, and even some of the eastern states. If you take this thing to them and you arrest that vehicle, if you arrest those vehicles, in the next 24 hours,
will follow
the whole road safety office will go down.
Yes.
yes,
They will
They will
burn
set it
down.
ablaze. They will bring it down. So what we resolve doing in such situations is that we meet with the chiefs, the traditional rulers, the clergymen, the Islamic communities. We bring them, the union themselves. We engage them, the security. We sit down with them and discuss and say, "Lang, you want these people to live, isn't it? Now, if they die of what you use, will it be to you? You said no. You need to help us.
Sensitization.
We use them. We use their people to help ourselves. So that is why enforcement is not really our issue. Our issue is sensitization. We talk to them. So, but there's a limit to which you can sensitize somebody, and there's a limit to which also you can enforce around that part of the country or some other parts of the country that you have recalcitrant drivers and recalcitrant people. Persons, attitude.
Yeah.
So we have so much of it. Therefore, what we are doing is first and foremost, we engage. There's what we call free safety check. We do them most times during this December period. Free safety check means we come, we stop vehicles at random. Sometimes when you are stopping them, because they are guilty, they start running. Where are you running to?
Yeah.
We stop them and said, okay, my friend, please, can you turn on your headlamp? You turn on your headlamp. We ask for the beam, you beam the light. We ask for the double trafficator.
Road safety stop you. The first thing is to run, Jerry.
Now, they start running.
See faults.
But if you're not guilty, why should they
They
run?
go see
So
for the
now,
fault.
do you know
And
what
they
we do?
must see
No,
faults.
there will
They-
be faults. Now, this is what we're saying. With those things, that's why we call it free safety check. When we do that, we remind you what you have forgotten. Maybe if the double trafficators or the indicators are not working, one is not working, or the wiper is not good, we write them on a paper and hand them over to you.
Without collecting
We are not doing anything. We call it free safety check. We do that. What we are telling you is, this is faulty, that is faulty, this is faulty. Please go and get it done.
When
If
we
you
are
don't
done from
do it
here, you
again-
go to my car.
Yes, we'll do
We
that.
have to
We'll do
enjoy-
all this free safety
And they
check.
need to do more
Yes.
sensitization so that when
Truly.
we see them, we won't be running.
Yes.
Just willingly.
Why
sit
would
down
we
and
run?
get
Letting
them
us run. Let's be
checked.
honest.
See.
It's not them that it's the guilt.
It's the guilt,
It's the guilt that's
in
making you
you.
run. You know you haven't
Because
done
you
the right
you
thing.
don't need to run. I tell you, I have engaged, even before I became a special marshal far back, until today, my car is there. If you go, there is no indication that I belong to any paramilitary agency. None. Because of even the security issues, I don't need it. We tell our people. Now, I don't need that. Once I approach you and you stop me, up to this second, we exchange pleasantries. What do you want? Your driver's license? I will go for my driver's license. I will present it. Oh, do you want to check? Do you have a spare tire? Yes, I'm coming down. That is my spare tire. The only time I can be rude to you on the road is when you have seen everything and you still want to keep me.
Yes.
That is the only time I can do so. That's what road safety does. But if you approach any road safety, even if you are committed an offense, look, we tell people, I don't need to know if you have a genuine driver's license, if it's up to date or not, or a vehicle particulars are up to date or not, until I see what we call primary offenses. What are these primary offenses? Those offenses I can see as the vehicle is approaching.
Which is?
For instance, your vehicle is coming and then it's dancing. The vehicle is galloping.
Yes.
I know that the tires are bad.
But
I can see that.
yes.
Now you come in and I discover that you have broken, shattered windscreen. I know there's a problem. Or you are coming and not putting on a seatbelt.
Seatbelts.
I know there's a problem. So I stop you at that. From that seatbelt, I could possibly go further to ask, you have a driver's license? You know, you're exposing yourself now.
Yeah.
And it's only then I can know that you don't have it. Road safety officer will not stop you to say, let me see your driver's license. Let me see.
And
this."
somebody said that you
No.
could always ask for driver's license because you want to confiscate it so you can
Yes,
hold the person.
confiscation now comes when, if I stop you for purpose of maybe one out tires or this, and we're human. Maybe you have somebody on the vehicle who is not feeling fine, or you are running for an appointment, or there are other things. And the driver's license, you have a genuine driver's license that is confiscable. Instead of impounding the vehicle, we confiscate that, give you a ticket, and then confiscate that. Then by the time you've gone doing your business, you can now return back to answer that query for which you have committed the offense. It's only on that we can confiscate driver's license or vehicle particulars. But if the offense is so enormous, like driving against traffic, that is killing, or you are overloading, in itself is killing. What we do on such situation, we impound the vehicle. We impound because we want to sit you down and take you through a lecture, give you reasons, and then show you video of those that have gone and why they die and what happened, what killed them. Out of ignorance, is it ignorance? Is it out of
Negligence?
Negligence. We try to take you through all that. That is
You
what
also
we
do
need to approach.
psychiatric tests.
Yes, it's not psychiatric test. It's emotional evaluation. It's not psychiatric.
No, they
We're
tell
not-
you to go to
It's
go and do
emotional
the
evaluation.
psychiatric
It's not
test.
psychiatric
not-
test.
is it not semantics?
No.
Because
I'm
they told
correcting
me.
it.
They
It's
did.
emotional evaluation.
No, that's not what they told me.
semantics.
Wait, I'll
still
tell you that it's not
psychiatry.
semantic.
Okay.
No. Emotional
psychology.
evaluation. Wait, hold on. Let me come. Now, when you say somebody is going through a psychiatric test, it means that it's confirmed crazy or mad, as the case may be. In this case, we are saying you could be influenced. You could be under an influence. We want to check look at your emotions. Are you stable to drive? Is it that you took one Igbo somewhere or something? Or you got yourself drunk from alcohol or this or that? That does not make you to be stable. So what they're asking you to do is go. And oftentimes when we send them, the results are usually negative most times. People who commit those offenses, the results are negative. We have all the records. So you go there, your emotions is checked. What makes you not to be stable? Why did you commit this offense? That is what we do. But those is not in every cases. It's in cases that are very, very, very obvious. And most times on recalcitrant driver. You can book a vehicle here now. You meet the same vehicle in the next 24 hours committing another offense, giving another ticket. That means that driver is recalcitrant. There's something is wrong with him. These are people who are subject to emotional evaluation.
Okay, that's a good one. All right, so beyond the evaluation, I know that the basic, was it in civic education, or I don't remember where they taught us first aid box,
Yes.
you know, for the car. I know that there should be the paracetamol, there should be the bandage.
I think Coach Didi, they have it in there. They also keep the first aid box
Okay,
too,
so
aside the road safety.
so you will tell us what should we be putting inside?
We don't do the
first aid
We don't
box
do
in
We
Nigeria.
have
Okay.
mental health first aid.
Okay, mental health first aid.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So I know that generally in first aid box, you're
Yes, we
supposed to
have. It's expected that every vehicle
Sure.
keeps a first aid box. Every. You see, that is the problem. Nigerians will not want to do what is right. And when you complain or when you tell them that what you are doing is not right,
Do you sanitize people about that?
a lot, a lot.
First aid,
First
I've
aid box.
never
A
heard
lot.
it.
Listen, calm down.
Never
we
heard
do.
it.
Hold on. We do. I'll show you. Even we have a booking sheet where most of those things are contained. Even when you take somebody, an accident victim, to the hospital, and the hospital rejects that person, there's an offense. There are penalties. We do all this. Now, why do you need them?
including dustbin.
Yes, we have them for articulated vehicles and of course for other buses, not for these are
Small
smaller.
cars.
So if you have a smaller vehicle, once you drink this, drop it in your car. If you get to a safe place, pick them and then drop them in the
Nigerians
trash.
do that a lot.
But Nigerians, they fling them out.
Just fling them
you
out.
know, out the window.
Very bad.
So the first aid box is expected that at any point. Let me give you one small story. I was traveling to Jos one other day, and then Duse Allergy.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're going to come from Duse, you're going to town, you need to climb that bridge.
Yes.
As I was going around to climb the bridge, I saw this 10-tier tipper, articulated vehicle, with chippings, full load of chippings. Two persons were sitting on top of that vehicle, then the driver and other persons. The battery is by the side,
Yes.
thunder in between. There was fire on that battery.
Oh my God!
It was burning.
Oh no!
And they didn't know, and the vehicle was still moving. So I tried to overtake them, but they had the road completely blocked. I managed. By the time they got onto the bridge, I managed to find a way, and I told them, there's fire there, there's fire. So they parked close to one filling station. I know there are filling stations around
Yes,
there. The
on
filling
that
station. I parked my car far away. I picked my fire extinguisher. They were busy looking for sand. No sand there. No stone. They were
No
carriages and throw
extinguisher.
nothing. It was my fire extinguisher I brought, and then got the fire off. And the man came and said, then like I am query, now in Zambia, how much am I going to pay for this? I'm sorry to say this. I had to insult him. I said, you are mad. If you have money to pay me, why didn't you have money to put an extinguisher in your vehicle? That's the same thing with first aid. If you have a first aid bus, there are things you can do instantly to save a situation before you move this. So I don't need to be told. Road safety doesn't need to tell me to put a first aid bus on my vehicle. I don't need to be educated on this.
Well, that's a good
Especially
one.
so
I
that
love
is the
that.
way
I
it
have
goes.
to get that. I have to get
It's very
my first
important.
aid.
Yeah,
very
no, first
hard.
aid, first aid
Your
box is
car.
very important. The other thing I know that
It's at home, but
yes.
it's not in my car.
Please put it on your car.
Yeah.
No,
You will save somebody out there.
I have it in my handbag.
You see, there are
There's
some,
always something in my
there are
handbag,
some
yes.
breakages you can have
You know?
now that you need a bandage.
Bandage.
Yes,
to
there's
put
always
the hands
something in my
back in
bag.
place until you get to.
But you know the biggest problem we're having now. We're talking about cars. We're talking about overload and all that. The biggest problem we have in this country is our roads. Our roads are bad.
That's a story for another day.
Our roads are bad.
My people say that when a bird learns to fly without perching, the hunter learns to shoot without
Exactly.
missing.
Without missing.
So if the roads are bad, automatically you
The
drive
drivers
more
should also be
carefully.
careful.
Do you understand?
But you see, the thing here is that most of the people who even drive, like now, most people who are, I travel a lot, and the sirens on the road,
Our guys at the top.
there is a problem.
Whatever happens, both in the Christian world and in Islam, everybody is equal in the sight of God.
Not
So
not
even
in,
if
not
the
in
siren,
this not in this country.
no, what I'm trying to say, if the siren is blaring at you,
Yeah.
and you are at a corner where you cannot move for them,
Yeah.
do you understand?
Yeah.
You don't stay where you are.
Well, guess what?
There's
there was
nothing-
one
there's
that
nothing will
happened.
happen.
No, there was one that happened. The what do you call the first car? Is it the first patrol?
So the pilot car.
The pilot car.
Pilot one.
Before we will say Jack Robinson, the guy cleared the man. You see, my problem is here you have these drivers might not know. You know, like I always say, what you don't know, you can't give. My problem is that the organs that are in the car, who sit down and watch all these things happen. All I expect is that if the road is blocked, because most of the time, especially when we are going through Lokoja, when we see the military people, we know that the organ is blocked at the back.
Yeah.
The minute they have bamboozled themselves and they've passed, the whole thing
It's not just in Lokoja, it's everywhere in the
yeah.
city.
Yes.
When I see them like that, I
There is
follow them.
something. There is something we need to let us get this thing right.
Okay.
Even in the sight of God, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what
Okay.
is his. I'm coming. Even in the sight of God,
yeah.
there is.
Hierarchy.
Thank you.
So they have to
I'm
throw
coming.
you out
Hold
of
on,
the road.
Hold on. The
Okay.
reason why those vehicles are having a pilot vehicle
Yeah.
is because I'm going to use this word as it is used, because they are very VIPs. The word is VIP. Sometimes our attitude towards these VIPs also is odd. When you see them, these are criminals. These are thieves. Why should I leave the road for them? You have forgotten that today is their turn, tomorrow it could be yours. Do you understand? That is nature about life. So when you see a siren, or let me not even go to the VIPs. What about an ambulance? Nigerians will see an ambulance come in with a victim and they'll still block the road for you.
Let me tell you why.
It does happen.
Because most of the time,
So
when
it's
there is
wrong.
no victim in the you see,
Leave that to their
you see,
conscience.
no, the problem in this country is that we misuse power. And this is the thing. So when it is the right time to do, see, it's a wrong thing. When, okay, like now, let me use maybe a military car. Let me use a military car. I'm in that system, so I know if the what do you call it? If the star is covered, I know the guy is not in the
That is
car.
correct. That's correct.
But most of the time,
the flags are low,
when
yes.
but most of the time, I notice that these people are speeding and blowing the sirens when even their boss is not there. If you remember, there was a situation some years ago in this country. I think there was an accident because the guy was trying to tell the woman to move out of the way, and it was cramped. And of course, they went out to beat up the girl. Unfortunately for them, they beat another VIP picking. And it was a big thing in the National Assembly because the father of the child was there. It was disheartening because guess what happened? The general was retired. Why go through that lens? Why must you do a wrong to make it right? She was lucky because she was a child of a VIP.
If it was a side of a common
That's what I'm
person.
trying to say. And let me tell you, there was another accident that happened with my friend. The car, they rammed into each other because the traffic lights. Because the right person was just going his own, and the wrong person, because they were VIP, rammed into the guy. They had to fly the person to Egypt.
Joy, do you know our problem?
Yes.
Please, okay, maybe let me
let's
allow you
go
for now.
back to the common man.
Yes.
This
That's where
one
I'm
we are
going now.
talking about VIP. Let's
Exactly.
leave them. They they are privileged, so
Yes,
to
exactly.
say, and they are exempted in some of these things.
Yes,
It's the
they have
masses
immunity in some of these
that
things.
suffers.
So if they kill-
most.
if they kill the
no,
masses,
see,
what
listen,
happens?
That is
now
the
let's
attitude.
come back to sensitizing the masses.
Yes.
Because we are actually talking about travel tips
Yes.
during the Christmas,
Yes.
the festive period. So let's leave those siren, those VIP, and come back to the common
that we
man.
can be guided.
Let's tell them, yes, what they can do. And when they eventually, maybe peradventure, you are traveling and you come across these people,
VIPs.
you know,
You always come across.
Avoid them.
Yes, you avoid them because
avoid
there's
them.
barely what you can do.
No, you avoid them.
avoid them and allow them to
So
go
if
with
you
their
get to
time
Lokoja-
for your own
Yes.
safety. And
No, wait. If you get to
now,
Lokoja-
for your own
Yes.
safety.
That
You
local
understand?
this thing.
Yes.
You cannot avoid them because the whole place is blocked.
Hold on. You see, look, all these things, like I keep saying, boils down to our attitude
Yes.
and how we perceive some of these things. Joy, I don't want to take this argument from your point of view, because if we do, then it means we'll be sending a wrong signal
Okay.
to the people out there. What we need to tell the people out there is this: when you see the VIPs, why are you there? You are traveling. Your aim is to get to your destination safe.
Shift.
These people, they are going, okay, why won't they wait on the road? Forget about the VIPs now. If you see a convoy of military vehicles coming, will anybody tell you to leave the road before you leave the road?
It's if you have space to move
Hold
now.
on. You will move. So in the same way, treat the VIPs that same way. Allow them to pass. Under 1, 2, 3 minutes, they are gone.
It's all gone.
You follow, you go. Okay. And also, people who run after the VIP vehicles, because the road is a bit tight and then they have passed, and then you want
They
to
always
go
do.
at their speed.
Yeah.
You can't go at their speed. Slow down. Go at your own pace. You understand? And get to your destination safe is important. Then, one other thing is this. During this period, you're talking about Lokoja Road. That Lokoja Road wouldn't have been what it is if we guard against certain things. During that, well, Yabelo, with due respect to him, I think he has done well in these guys, in that particular area, because they have moved. No, honestly, I don't want to speak on air on that, but I think in that area, if anybody has done well in a particular area, you will see it. What is this area? He has moved
The trailers.
everybody, all the transporters and all whatnot, from that point now to a park he created somewhere along the Okene road there. So you can't pick passengers on the road. Over time, these vehicles park on the road,
Yes.
narrow the road, all in the name of picking passengers. And once the road is narrowed, 1, 2, 3 vehicles, the effect, before you know it will run. And considering the fact that multiple vehicles travel along that road around that period, everywhere will be locked up. Then other persons will also come. There is what we call right of way. Who gives right to who? Somebody will come and then you have the right of way. Another person will say, no, I must go before you go. And the two of you will now lock yourself up. He's not going, you are not going. You distort other road users from using the road. So
Two
if we
wrongs
guide,
can't make
it
a
can't
right.
make it right. So if we guide against these things, the road will be free. That Lokoja road you see will be free. And come to think of it, the road safety, as I speak to you now, they have moved, every year, what they do is that they call them those corridors that have high volume of vehicles. They move very senior officers, like 1 or 2, and say, look, you are manning this area, that is the area you concentrate this period. And with their bosses on the road there, the foot soldiers will have no choice but to do their work. Civil defense also do that, police also do that. So,
I believe that the road safety and all other agencies will secure the roads and guide us, of course, with the aid of the Almighty God through this period. Because people must go out, people must rejoice, and people must come back all in one piece. And on that note, I say thank you to everyone. And the year couldn't have, run without all of you. I'm just glad that almost everyone who's been with me all year round is here today. And in our little way, we appreciate you. We know that it's not easy for you to take out your time, leave your businesses. Nobody here is unemployed. And come and sit here to speak English for Elizabeth.
Speak English indeed.
Speak English for Elizabeth, and of course the entire Nigerians. Talking. Sometimes we actually mistalk, and
We misjive.
after we misjive,
We misjive.
something still good comes out, and we learn 1 or 2 things. You were going to say something?
Yes, that please, they shouldn't drink and drive.
Okay.
That is very important.
Yes, it's
One
very
of the-
important.
But Joy says she's inviting
for
us for a
some-
drink.
Don't drink and drive in as much as we are talking about safety. And let every single driver on the road, be you a male or a female, behave like you are the sanest. Is there any English?
Yeah,
like
they're
that?
the same person on
You
the
are
road.
the
Yes.
same person
Yeah.
on the road. Don't behave like when you see anyone driving rough, you want to like, let me outshine this person and show the person, please. And more so, a lot of people are learning to drive now. I
And,
saw it yesterday, and we're actually talking about it, and I just felt like, let me talk about it. And you see these people just learning driving now.
They want to
are
travel.
planning to travel. They are working. So please ensure that you know very well before you enter the road.
And if you must
so that
drink,
we-
don't say
No,
the
if you
people-
must
he must
drink.
drink water.
Okay, I'll just give you a little joke. Someone stopped by the traffic and had a bit of alcohol, and the road safety came up to him. He said, "My friend, why were you drinking and driving?" And he said, "No, I was not drinking and driving. I actually had parked. I was at the traffic light.
Can
It
you
was
imagine?
red,
Can
and
you
I took my
imagine?
drink. When it turned green, I returned the drink and continued. That's a wrong way to go."
When there's a child out there that's not getting the same that your own child is getting, the difference will tell, and there will come a time in the society where that child is going to take his pound of flesh.
Where you can actually, everything from watching a program with the child, you can start up the conversation from something on the TV and
Yeah.
say, oh, you know.
For me, it's like hurry up with this business. And the other one said, Auntie, it's not about me, it's about the guys. They're not ready to marry.
Yes.
See if she wants to ask something. No, I know my mother very well. In fact, the most interesting one is when I put up pictures on WhatsApp, you know, Snapchat filters and all that, she will call me, remove that picture. There was a day I got tired of all that and I said,
On that lovely note, I say thank you, but not until I've given a little bit of gift to. Okay, I'll start with the man in the house. Thank you. You have been with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Merry
much.
Christmas.
I appreciate this.
And
Merry Christmas
I'll
to
go
everyone.
to yes, for everyone. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.
I love Christmas.
And I'll go straight up to Merry Christmas. Thank you. And Lady J, yes. Merry Christmas.
Oh my God. I love presents. Merry Christmas.
Okay, so for all of you who are watching us, it's Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Share gifts.
Time.